Sylvester Stallone's lifestyle. If there's someone that truly epitomizes the Hollywood rags to riches story, it's gotta be Sylvester Stallone. From having more than $400 million in the bank to making more than $4 billion in global box office revenue, Sly has definitely cemented himself as Hollywood royalty. With so much money and fame in his name, let's take a look at how he spends it. In this video, we're going to tell you in detail about Sylvester Stallone's lifestyle. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for notifications. Let's begin. Be it sprawling mansions, the fanciest luxury cars and bikes, or round-the-world trips in private jets, Sylvester Stallone clearly has no problem spending his hard-earned money. It's not exactly a secret that Sly is one seriously wealthy person. But with more than 400 million big bucks to his name, how rich is he really? What's his almost $500 million get you? His nearly $500 million stuffed piggy bank makes him worth almost double that of Vin Diesel, Morgan Freeman, and Nicole Kidman. More than 5 times more rich than the likes of Ryan Gosling, and over 10 times richer than Emma Stone. Make no mistake about it, Sly has cash flowing out of his ears. His list of box office smashes and hits is too extensive to list down entirely, so we'll just give you a brief taste. Stallone made $7 million for his 1982 thriller First Blood. He made a further $16 million for Rambo 3 and $15 million for the Expendables 3 movie. Now that's some serious amount of cash, and that too is spread across decades, showing how Sly is staying power at the top. But it wasn't all fun and games from the start for Sly. Rags to riches. Before he got his big break, he was struggling to pay the bills and needed to scrap for his meals. As rough and heartbreaking as it sounds, he even needed to sell his own dog in order to put food on the table. Thankfully, after he sold the script for the first Rocky, he was able to buy his beloved doggy back, albeit at a seriously inflated price tag. The famous actor wasn't born with a silver spoon and didn't have the backing of powerful people already established in Hollywood. He didn't have a comfy New York life either. In fact, Sly was born with partial facial paralysis due to a severed nerve in his body. Burdened with low self-esteem as a result, Stallone eventually turned to weightlifting and stage theater. The iconic film star dropped out of college before graduating and moved back to New York City to actively pursue his acting career. He cleaned zoo cages, worked as a theater usher, and even participated in an experimental film. All kinds of odd jobs were being done to put food on the table. Meanwhile, he scored a few uncredited roles in mainstream films. The turning point, of course, came in the form of a screenplay he'd written about an aspiring boxer called Rocky. It got picked up, and while his salary for the classic 1976 film was a mere $23,000, the film was a monster success, raking in more than $225 million at the box office. Ultimately, the movie made him the star that he is today, and gave him more fame and money than one man could ever need. On top of that, he's kept earning money with countless films and smart business ventures over the years. The Italian stallion seems to never stop. So let's see how he spends all of that money then. Cars and bikes. Step into the great man's garage and you'll find a Bugatti Veyron, one of the most expensive and special supercars in the world. The supercar comes with a whopping price tag of more than $1.5 million. For something slightly cheaper, there's the Aston Martin DBS, which is worth around $200,000, or the $250,000 Bentley Continental. Other impressive cars in his collection include the $250,000 Ferrari 612 and the $330,000 Ferrari 599, and a comparatively cheap $73,000 Mercedes E-Class AMG. The Italian stallion has also been spotted behind the wheel of an exclusive Mercedes-Benz G550, which is worth over $100,000. How could we forget his Cadillac Escalade? The movie star dropped $400,000 in order to customize its interior to feel and look like a private jet. Clearly, his love for cars is unmatched. But with all these fancy motors lying around, he must surely need enough room to house them all in. Homes. During his heyday in the 90s, most of the star's time was spent living in his villa overlooking Biscayne Bay in Miami. The neoclassical villa is spread across 14 acres of land. There certainly was more than enough room for Sly and his wife, as well as the rest of his family. The house boasts unique sculptured art lines all across its 3 stories, especially in the living room, which has a Bowser painting of a sea maiden as its focal point. The Eve sculpture, which stands in the center of the stair hall, is magnificent as well. There actually is an entire gallery full of portraits of the actor done by Andy Warhol, of all people. It would be a crime not to mention the stunning chandeliers and Venetian spiral column archways. The gardens are spectacular too, with ponds, waterfalls, and fountains all over the place. Stallone spent around $8 million in 1993 for this home, and eventually parted ways with the mansion in 1999. He actually made a profit on the deal, selling it for double the amount. Stallone went on to buy this 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom waterfront property on Lake Sherwood in 2008. It is reported that he dropped $5 million at the time. Stallone then went on to buy a $5 million house in La Quinta. This high-end exclusive residence is no stranger to famous celebrities. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian are just one of the famous couples who've lived here. The home spans around 5,200 square feet and features 4 bedrooms and 4.5 bathrooms. There's a stunning 2-story living room and formal dining rooms, as well as a chef's kitchen and a gigantic wine cellar. The actor also sold this place in 2020. Lastly, and perhaps the true gem in the crown of Stallone's little real estate empire, might be his 15,000 square foot mansion in the ritzy Beverly Park area of LA. This 5-bedroom, 7-bathroom palace is a true sight to behold. Charity. Keeping his roots in mind, and knowing how it is to struggle in life, Stallone has always given back to the community. Over the decades, the actor has auctioned off thousands of dollars worth of original Rocky props. This has helped raise a lot of money for different charities, such as the Canadian Diabetes Association. He also has donated millions into organizations, such as the Pediatric Epilepsy Project. Miscellaneous spending. Other random things he loves to spend his money on are watches. Sly has a $20,000 yellow gold Rolex Submariner with a black dial in his collection. He also has an 18-karat white gold Rolex GMT. He even has a watch featuring a sparkling combo of diamonds, sapphires, and rubies, which form the iconic Pepsi color scheme. He also has a $5,000 IWC Pilot and a $10,000 Rolex. He actually asked for a Gulfstream private jet for himself during his contract negotiations for Rambo 3. And you know what? He actually got one. The jet is priced at $12 million, by the way. He's also been seen cruising in exclusive yachts in places such as the exotic south of France. And that's a wrap for our video on Sylvester Stallone's lifestyle. Do you like how he spends his money and lives his life? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for videos like this. See you in the next one.